Hello, YouTube. Thanks for watching. This is the Factorio Friday Facts number 347 from May 15th, 2020. If you like this sort of thing, hit that like and subscribe. Ring that bell so you get a notification when I post a new video. If you have a comment or questions, leave it down in the comment section below. All the links to talk about will be in the description, and all the ways to support me. We do this as a live recording every Friday. Twitch.tv/Clowntown. You see the link up there in the description below. With that, let's get to the FFF. Oh my goodness, here we go. FFF 347, New Hope demo levels. This poor beaten horse. New Hope, new demo levels, says Clonin. All right, here we go. A few weeks ago, we discussed the changes to the demo and tutorial in the game, FFF 342. One piece of feedback received after publishing the news about the old New Hope campaigns, and specifically the abandoned rail-based broken rail map. Seemed a lot of you in the community really enjoyed a New Hope campaign. False. And several of the team here share the same feelings. After we scrapped the plans for a new campaign and reverted to the old demo, we had initially discussed the idea to revive the New Hope campaign. However, due to the popular demand, we've decided to bring back the favorites. The first two levels of the New Hope campaign. This time, though, they'll also be included in the demo version of the game. Okay. This represents a very significant increase in scope for the demo, increasing demo contents to include research, red science, green science, trains, and much more. These levels should be ready for release within a week, but no promises. Okay. Interesting. Okay. Level 04, Science and Automation. This mission is a continuation of the demo mission 03, where you build radars and scan the surrounding areas. You start with a small factory already operational. Okay. The radar detects a distress beacon, which is not in the base game, in the normal game. And you must build a car to get there in time before the signal dissipates. Also, a mechanism not in the normal game. This level introduces the labs and science packs, as well as providing the first taste of real automation. Okay. At the end of the level, you pack up your supplies in the car and drive off to locate the distress beacon before it fades out for good. Level 05, Abandoned Rail Base. This level starts with you pulling up to the base. However, you arrive too late. The base is already wrecked. Your goal is to reestablish science production and rebuild the rail network, all while facing behemoth biters. Just kidding. That's not in there. This is actually a live scenario. This is actually a scenario that you may face. You may lose an outpost and have to go there and revive it, bring some supplies. Got some turrets. That's handy. After rebuilding the railway and the mining outpost, you must produce a large number of materials to finish the level. At the end of the level, there is a notice that this is the end, and we'd recommend playing free play next. Okay. All right. Level 5 seems to be a scenario that you would encounter. Level 4, encountering a stress beacon is not necessarily, unless your distress beacon is an outpost you previously built. And now you're going to have to race to save your previously set up outpost. Maybe. I guess that's that. What's new? The main work over the last few weeks has been bringing the ancient maps up to date with modern Factorio. For instance, we now have more specific remnants. The ruined bases look much nicer. It looks some solar, some steam engines. Yes. Also, we made a big effort to update the map, update the tile and map generation to make use of the new terrains, cliffs, decoratives, and most effectively. Okay. Cliffs we always turn off because they're only an annoyance. It's not a gameplay decision. All right. Replacing terrain in a map. V453,000 also needs a new call sign. Great guy. Silly name. The original abandoned rail base level was nice, but it aged with all the changes to terrain generation that happened since. I imagine it did. That's a big deal. Early Factorio is very different than recent Factorio. It's only improved leaps and bounds since then. Big map. The goal is to recreate gameplay of the original level, but replace the terrain with modern one, right? Including decoratives and cliffs. Decoratives, probably so. Cliffs, they can, guess you could draw a few in for effect. I don't know. I wouldn't put too much stock in that. The most gameplay defining elements are entities and water on the map. Cliffs would be there as well, but those didn't exist when the level was introduced. Tiles and decoratives will just replace, and trees we're going to try and get close enough, of course. A lot of things like pollution absorption numbers have changed since the level was introduced. Yep, it won't be absolutely the same regardless, right? That may mean they have to move biters around and reduce biters and reduce threat levels so that it's comparable. The first step I took was finding the random map seed that I want to use for the level, right? Do this by generating a random map in free play, and then I take a screenshot of command. 2 requirements: the name of the output range. The name of the output image is the seed of the map, so I can reproduce the image just by reading the image name. Okay. The resolution is 1 pixel to 1 tile, so I can easily align it in Photoshop. Oh, and read the coordinates. Oh, that's pretty smart. Okay. The original, oh, it looks much bigger. Look at that. The original map could fit inside. Looks like it's about a fourth of what is the current one. Okay, I take the same resolution screenshot from the original and without tiles, put the random seed images on top. Having the visual preview with being able to move the image allows me to find the desired seed and offset quite quickly and position it really precisely. That's right. Yeah, 1 pixel to 1 image. You could do something exactly like that. Okay. So far, so good. All right. Now, of course, we can't just paste the entities from the original onto this level, this random surface, as there are some conflicting areas like the huge lake in the middle of the map. Right. So we have to remove some unwanted lakes and resource patches done by generating multiple maps. The same seed, but one without water, and transferring areas between them. Right. I guess he's going to have to manually kind of draw in some stuff if you want a specific seed for the new base. This step is quite special. In the original mission, I replaced water by concrete and created a blueprint from it. Oh, there's better ways I could have done this, but for some reason I didn't want to deal with the offsets in this piece of script. Okay. I've already used this method in some other places too. Solution came to mind first. Okay. Another script replaces all the concrete with real water. Okay. Right, I guess that's your draw-in, and then you script it, right? The bigger issue is that the original level had water all the way to the edge of the map. So you can, for example, see the sharp edge on the right, like right there. And the water generation changed so that as well, so that manual edits are in order. Yeah, so he had to probably draw in a little bit of extra water right there. Yeah, I guess he did. We have water. It's finally time to close the original entities. There you go. To avoid conflicts, use clone area. Tool, which removes entities and destination surface. I've been able to go through this whole process in a single working day. Wow. Thanks to all the map editor features are set added and Lua commands. Now canceled campaign tools, experience and knowledge are hard to cancel. That's right. So I mean that's a side benefit of having so many modded tools and commands that you've created for the purpose of modding and for the purpose of just being able to iterate on your own game quicker. Now, when you decide to make a change, it's much easier. Like it's now they focus so much on tooling that the changeover type of operations are super easy. And then we draw the rest of the OWL, owl. Okay. Fix places where the automated cloning hasn't been good enough, and add more rooms to be explored. Tweak the gameplay, and we'll have a finished scenario. Cool. I see some chop lines right there in the GIF. Oh, we recently made... I saw this. Section 3 from Clonin. Bots throw cliff explosives. I saw this in the update notes. Wasn't this done in 1824? I think this is already live. Recently made some changes to cliff explosive effects. However, one thing we missed was that the bots needed to be updated separately due to them using different logic to create the explosion. Follows an easy fix, copy-paste Lua definition. It feels like it's treating the symptom rather than treating the cause. Is it good to have the same thing defined in two separate places? So never pass... Oh, yeah, there it is. Never pass up an opportunity to have some fun. R said change the way the blow-up cliff job works, so it will always use the correct effect. Now, instead of hovering over the cliff, it will throw the same cliff explosive projectile as the player would. Not only does this fix the issue for good, but it looks a lot cooler. Yeah, I wouldn't know because I turn cliffs off all the time. I hate them. I hate cliffs. And about once a year, I'll turn them all on, and just to give myself a little bit of a challenge or something, and then I quickly realize why I turned them off a year ago, and never do them again. This is cool though. I don't know that this is I don't know, needed. Maybe if cliffs were a bigger part of my experience, I would understand why this is a thing. Anyway, I have not seen this, nor will I. I will probably not see this experience in my game this year. Freaking cliffs. Oh man. And okay, so what I'm hopeful about in this scenario is that the scenario and the demo levels, they get right. I mean, the demo is the reason why it's been brought up and then killed and then rehacked and then killed again and then changed so many times. It's just hard to make a demo for a game like this. And the demo needs to, there's a couple of things that it needs to do. One, bring players in gradually and kind of teach them some basic game mechanics. Two, represent a small portion of what they can expect in the game. Three, not give too much to encourage purchasing of the game. And four, someone in chat just said, Clover in chat just said it needs oil. That's the number one place that players get stuck and then abandon the game. But you got to buy it, and then you play it for X number of... You play it for, 30 hours, then you go, screw this. Can't figure out oil. I don't know how oil... I don't know what's going on with these chemical plants. I don't know what's going on with these refineries. I don't know why I finally got to three-phase oil, and now it's all stopped, and I can't figure out why I can't get any plastic. I don't know what's going on. The balance is weird. I'm just going to add a bunch of tanks, see how it go. Yeah, it's rough. Took me a while to. It takes most new players a while to do oil. Anyway, I agree. Anyway, it's tough, and I feel for them. I really do. But I guess that New Hope is going to be the New Hope base is going to be well thought out. I mean, hopefully they're able to nail it before 1.0. And I'm looking forward to 1.0 also, and just seeing this game kind of get nailed down for release. It's going to be great. All right. And just thinking about it, we had a comment from chat that said this is abandoned rail base. What I don't see here is any oil. What would be good, because so many players get stuck on oil. Maybe you have a restored oil base that you need to, the goal is to come back, and instead of restoring a rail base, Maybe that would be level 6 here, is restore an abandoned oil base, where you got to show up and then you got to put the oil pieces back together. That may actually be a great idea to really. What are the 2 things that I get most often on new player night when I do this here live every Friday night? Number 1, I'm confused on trains. Number 2, I'm confused on oil. That's 1A and 1B, right? So, like I got to believe that if the demo is to bring players along, number 1, give them a taste of what they're gonna experience in free play, and number 2, teach them a little bit about the fundamentals of the game. If they could somehow get a taste of doing that in the demo and walk them through it, that would be a great place to do some teaching, like to have some teachable moments in this little demo, right? It's a great idea. Maybe that's a thought before 1.0. We got a couple months. Maybe we could put a similar scenario together where level 6 is you stumble upon an oil base, right? Anyway, food for thought. Again, thank you very much for being here. If you have any comments, leave them in the comments section below. You can catch us live doing this every Friday night, twitch.tv/Clowntown. And thanks for your support. All the links and everything is available in the description below. Thanks for being here, and we'll see you next time.